the idea of an ethical payment card, what does that mean to you?
Spending money ethically, or a bank or some kind of organisation which have like their ethics are kind of like what comes first was, I don't know, how dealing with money, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, it sounds a bit kind of ambiguous, not very clear.
Do you have an opinion on the way big brands and big companies, big organisations behave?
Yeah, I think like I feel like the public is definitely like kept in the dark about a lot of things, and there's not much clarity with, I think, just like how things are produced or how their workers are paid or where their products are like sourced from, like that kind of stuff. I mean, especially like when there are so many brands and you're always being told to buy stuff, you don't really have time to do, or when you have your own life, like, you don't really have time to do like research and that kind of stuff. And I think if there was more kind of clarity with that sort of stuff.
When you think about the big high street brands and the big organisations in this world, I won't put any in your mind, but do any of them stand out? And you can say who you want. Do any of them stand out as bad guys?
As bad ones?
Bad guys.
Probably like, I guess, Starbucks, Nike maybe, McDonald's. I mean, this is probably just because you hear so much stuff in the media. Coca-Cola. But I mean, like, again, it's just because you hear so much in the media about them. But I mean, you don't really know, to be honest. Like, you can, I mean, I'm just saying that because that's from impression, but I haven't done any research, so I don't like.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's what this card is about. It tells you who's doing good and who isn't. So, if you had a chance to have a card like that.
Well, I don't know if I'd trust the card, to be honest. Like, who's doing the research for the card? Like, you'd want to like look into who, like where they get their research from, and whether you trust their opinion, to be honest. But I mean, I think it's a good idea.
If you did trust them, or if you could trust them,
yeah,
you think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Who are the good guys? Who sticks out as like white hats, angels?
I trust American Apparel because I've been on their website and I've seen like they have more. Like, it feels like they're a bit clearer with where their stuff are made. Who else? Well, I guess like smaller, like local places, to be honest, because you know that it's probably like more from like their products. So like say like with local little supermarkets or grocers or whatever, you know that their stuff is probably produced a bit more locally. Who else?
That's interesting, isn't it? Because it's easy to kind of pick on the big ones and think, right, that they're obviously not being very transparent. They're not being completely open and honest and ethical with you because they're a big brand, and that's interesting because I suppose this system and this card system gives you a report, an insight every month, and tells you how they're behaving and what they're doing and who the good guys are, who the bad guys are. How would that make you feel to have that kind of power if you thought that power would change things?
I think they're good intentions. I think it's a good idea. And yeah, if I trusted the card and who was doing research, then like I would support that.
What do you think an ethical payment card is?